stuff.
I'm gonna move it back up. Oh God, this is so hard.
Welcome to another edition of Drinking with Craig and Roger.
I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
And today we are coming at you with another blind tasting, the Battle of the Rye Whiskeys.
Rye whiskey has really gained in popularity over the last 30 years. And we have 7 candidates here, 4 of which have been produced for many decades.
Right.
Jim Beam Rye, which has always been a great value.
That is your value king.
Rittenhouse Rye, which used to be in Pennsylvania but is now in Kentucky. Wild Turkey, which has always been made in Kentucky. And Old Overholt, which at one time was in Pennsylvania but is now in Kentucky.
Okay.
Also, 1776, born with the Republic. Yes, rye whiskey was made at the time of our American Revolution. It was the dominant whiskey being made, with corn being a little farther west.
Then we have Russell's Reserve Rye, which is also made by Wild Turkey. It's a little higher end brand, so it'll be interesting to see where that ranks. And then we have the Whistle Pig Rye, the 10-year standard version, which is nice stuff. So I can't wait to see how these stack up with each other once we don't know which is which. So Ellen, hit us with the blind pour. I can smell it already.
It's great, isn't it?
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yes, it is. It is. And we've got our work cut out for us because the federal guidelines insist that a straight rye whiskey be at least 51% rye and it be aged in new charred oak barrels like bourbon.
Okay, yep.
And so, if you look at them, they all have about the same color because they've been aged in charred oak barrels.
They are pretty close.
To my eye, number 7's a little bit lighter, so that might be the Jim Beam Rye, which is only 90 proof, as opposed to the rest, which are close to 100.
Okay, could be.
I don't think we're going to be disappointed with any of these.
All right, number 1.
Number 1.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice smell.
Oh yeah. Now, we're not able to use the ideal Glencairn glasses for these because we just don't have enough. So we'll do our best.
Oh, that is good. It is very smooth, and I taste the husk of the rye towards the end.
Normally, if I have something that's like 100 or 100 plus proof to start with, as my first whiskey, it's going to taste a tad on the stronger side to me. This one, not so much. So already they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a ton of what I would say are the real distinctive, like high rye mash bill rye notes, you know, those green kind of herbal type notes. This one's closer in that bourbon range, I think. Number 1, solid.
Number 1 is solid.
Number 2.
Number 2.
This one has a little bit richer nose to it, I think. I like this. I like the smell on this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now okay. There's the rye. Oh wow, pretty unique. That is like quite a bit different from the first one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this one's different. It's very, very smooth.
It's very, very smooth and, man, like I said, kind of rich tasting.
Yeah.
It has some of those distinctly rye notes, but yeah, it's definitely less like a bourbon. I'm liking this one. This is a fairly unique flavor.
Yeah, I would say the body is a tiny bit oily. You know, a little bit oily.
Yes.
And the grain and the husk come in at the very end of the finish. So it's mostly this rich, oily type taste until the very end.
Okay. Yep. I'd agree with that. Really digging this one. So far, so good. I'm going to start pre-ranking mine. I'm going to keep 1 kind of in the middle. I'm going to move 2 a little further forward. I have a suspicion over which one that is, but I better not make a fool of myself. Let's wait till we get through a few more.
All right, let's keep going here. Number 3, right?
Number 3.
Very clean smell. Nose.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, very clean. Even smoother than the other 2, and nutty, rather nutty, I think.
Even what's in your mouth, you can taste the nuttiness. Not just the finish. It's in the mouth. You know.
No comment.
Well, you know, I'm just tasting.
I like this one a lot.
I had it in my mouth and I could just taste, you know.
A lot different from number 2 and significantly different from number 1.
That's nice. It also has a nice finish. You know?
It does. It carries through pretty well. And it's sweet, but definitely not too sweet. It has a nice balance of sweetness, and I like that nutty note. There we go, number 4.
Number 4. Again, very clean.
More
nose.
mild on the nose, yeah.
It's clean, but you know, lighter body by a lot.
Definitely more of that rye flavor in here. Now, this has more of the green rye notes to it. It's less bourbony, more rye-like, so it's more similar to number 2 in that respect.
Yeah.
Although it's much thinner than number 2.
Yeah, it's much thinner. I think spicy is what you.
It's got some spice in there. Yes, this one has the most spice of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to come back to
warm,
number
yeah.
1 to compare. But in fact, I might do that really quick. Oh, they're a lot different. Wow, number 1's good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave number 4 here in the middle for me. Interesting, but it has qualities of the second and the third one, but isn't as good as either one so far for me.
Okay.
Okay,
There we go.
number 5. This is a nice tasting.
Oh,
Now that's a good nose.
that's a nice. Yeah, very nice. Very clean. Oh, these have all been such clean nose.
This has more of that rich smell. Candy bar like nose.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't taste a lot of the rye spiciness.
Nope,
it's
not
very
at all.
Sweet.
This is more like that number 1, that bourbon like.
Yeah. And it's got a nice oily body. It probably has pretty good legs on it too.
It's got pretty good legs, yeah. Not quite as much as number 2, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Nice one. Nice one.
Oh, that is so smooth.
It's really smooth. I could sip on this one for a long time.
I think I put that one up at the top, even though it isn't very spicy.
I'm putting it up to I'm elevating it with 2 and 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not the biggest fan of the spicy herbal type notes out of rye. So these are more my style of rye. But dig it.
Oh, it's good.
Number 6.
Once again, the nose is very clean.
It's a little more muted. I'm getting less on the nose.
But it's still
and what I am getting is slightly more astringent. Okay, more rye character in this one. Getting a significant spice.
Yeah, you're getting some more spice.
Yeah.
It's thinner body. Mm-hmm. Although its legs are pretty good, so.
I mean, it's still nice.
They're all great.
They are. Oh yes, they are.
Now, yeah, we're just.
We knew that none of these sucked.
Yeah, we're just choosing the best, but we like between champions.
I mean, if you like rye characteristics, this one's up there. This is the most rye forward of any of them, I think.
Yeah. The spiciness is very, very much at the front of the taste.
Yeah.
And it continues on through the back.
Has some nice sweetness up front, and then has a pretty fair finish to it.
Oh yeah.
It continues on with that rye spice. Well made, not my favorite characteristic, so I'm going to keep it back just a little bit.
Okay.
And then number 7 in the fancy glass. It's the only one that's in actual glass.
Ooh, a little cleaner nose.
I like the nose.
Ooh, okay.
Smells charcoal mellowed. Oh wow. Oh, that's different. Ooh.
Oh, I taste a little bit of Coca-Cola near the end of it.
It's. Can you have a Coke and smile with this one?
Oh yeah.
This is nice.
Teach the world to sing.
It's rich.
It's very nice.
It's sweet. Almost desserty. Has some spice, but no herbal elements really.
Yeah, I don't taste any.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it is very smooth.
Oh yeah.
Goes down very easily.
But it's got a lot of flavor to it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Thinner body though, really.
You think so?
I think so.
Let's
Yeah,
see what I
yeah.
get on the legs.
Not much.
Not much, that's true. Wow, I like that. That is very well rounded and very good. I've been kind of down on ryes lately. And this tasting is starting to bring me back towards them. I'm like, these things are pretty good.
Yeah.
One time through the order here, I think that I only have number 1, 4, and 6 as ones I didn't prefer. But we definitely are going to need to go back, I'd say 2 more times, really.
Yeah.
But where do we go from here? Shall we start eliminating some?
No, I think we should pour another inch into each glass so we have enough to sip.
He's loving it.
And then we can make our decision.
You need to wait till I buy the wheelchair to get you out the front door. Okay, here's the plan. So I say we get a cracker or something, kind of reset our palates away from them for just a minute, and then let's come back and let's try them in reverse order. All right, now we're going to work our way in reverse order from 7 to 1, and here we go with number 7.
The spiciness is at the finish.
Maybe it's the crackers we just had, which were pretty neutral, but it seems incredibly smooth to me, and I'm not getting almost any spice.
It's very smooth, but at the very end of the finish, you're gonna get some
sweet,
spice.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting the spice.
Yeah, it's at the very
and the
end.
rye spice.
Yeah.
Up front, on the sweeter side, has a sweet tea kind of flavor to me. It's complex. There's a lot going on there. I still like it. I'm still keeping it right here.
Towards the end now, I begin to taste the husks and that kind of stuff in it.
Is that good or bad for you?
That's good. It makes it more complex.
Okay. Here we go, number 6.
Number 6.
It's also very good. Tastes marshmallowy to me now. Definitely smoother than number 7, I think.
Maybe a tiny bit.
It's not as spicy. Kind of luxurious tasting. Wow, that's nice. I got to pull it out from the depths and put it right up there with the other one. This is very hard.
I believe you're going to have them all about lined up together.
I might. I'm going to have to start picking based on what flavors I like best, not which ones I think are the best, because they're all quite good, I think. This is hard.
Now we're on to 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Very similar to 6.
It's got a bigger body.
Bigger body, bigger finish, and...
I think I taste some tea in that,
See, I thought I tasted tea in the last one, sweet tea. This
so.
one has a little extra punch. There's a little bit more oomph in this one, especially on the later part of the palate and the finish. And this finish is going on. This finish is lasting for quite a while. And I can see that it's pretty oily and thick in here. I mean, I think this is a high quality rye here.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of rye spice in it, but it's towards the end of the finish. But it's there. It's not the dominant thing.
This is very good.
It's very good.
Very good. I'm moving this just a little above the rest. Okay, number 4. This was one of my previous, didn't like it as well.
Thinner body.
Thin, more of the rye flavor, which I'm not a fan of. Some people will be. This is not my bag.
I taste some tea at the beginning of it.
What kind of tea?
Black tea.
Black tea. Okay, so tannic. Now, of course, everything's suggestive, but I get the black tea, which is interesting for people who like that tea.
It's very smooth all through the center, yeah.
A little bit of spice, stuff like that. They're gonna really like this one.
Oh yeah.
This is just not my preferred flavor.
Oh,
So I'm gonna move this one significantly farther back because I don't think I'm gonna come around to it as my favorite. And so
3.
There's the nuttiness pronounced. What kind of nut am I talking about? I'm talking about pecan, I think.
Yeah, it tastes like pecan to me.
Pecans. I like that. I associate that with Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond. Heaven Hill makes Evan Williams.
Yes, and Heaven Hill also makes Rittenhouse.
Possible. So 3 is pretty unique. Thinner body. Mm-hmm. But amongst these, I'm going to have to move this back because there's not quite as much going on. It's a little more mild. A little less of a finish for sure. I like the nutty element, but I'm going to move it back, personally.
That's fine. This is number 2. It tastes a lot like number 3, but it's a little more intense.
I don't think it tastes anything like number 3.
Oh, I think we've got the tea in it. And we've got the
I
body.
can't remember which one I said had significant rye notes in it before. I think number 4. It's more in line with number 4 in that it has the herbal type notes, the green notes, but at the same time, it's also rich. And I love that oily body. Has a little bit of spice and quite a lingering finish. So even though it's not my favorite flavor profile, it's really good. This has the best finish of all of them. I mean, this thing is just carrying and carrying. So I'm gonna keep it up there. Number one. I think I'm gonna move on to number one. Where are you at with it? What do you think?
I think I want more of each of them.
That's a non-answer. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Where does number two fall in line for you so far?
It's right there near the top of them, you know.
Okay, yeah. A little bit of doughy character to that one. More mild, more nutty, similar to 3. I think 1 and 3 are in that
I think
similar
a little
camp.
bit of black tea there at the beginning too. I think.
Let's see if the powers of suggestion will allow me to taste black tea. No. This time, powers of suggestion fail. No black tea. It's a little thinner than the others. It's nice. It doesn't taste quite as refined. I think I'm going to move this back. I'll go out on a limb and say this one tastes a little cheaper than some of the rest. Or maybe a little weaker or something. Could possibly be the Jim Beam Rye at the 90 proof versus the rest being around 100.
Yeah.
Possibly. What do you think? Where are you at with it?
Old Overholt was always sort of the bottom, shelf
Yeah.
whiskey, but then they changed a little bit, and a whiskey advocate gave it a very high rating.
I think we need to start eliminating and focusing on others. So I have 1, 3, and 4 set back.
I'm going to be really choosy and just pick ones that have a little bit heavier body, a little bit nicer finish, and a little bit more consistent taste throughout them.
All right, so I'm going to focus on these boys up here up front. 2, 5, 6, and 7.
I've got 2, 3, 5, and 6.
2 is probably most memorable flavor. All right, 5 is good. It is a little on the thinner side. The thinness is presenting itself now that I've kind of had enough of the others. Boy, 6 is a winner. Wow.
Well, this is exceedingly difficult. I would say 6 is my number one choice.
All right, here's the deal. 7 is good, but 7, yeah, it has like gin-like characteristics, kind of herbal type of things, botanical, which is not my preferred flavor profile. I have to move it back. I'm sorry, you're very well made, but I have to move you back. So I think I have 3 standouts here for myself. I am at 2, 5, and 6. You only have 1 up there. You've only picked 1 winner.
Yeah, well, 7, I really taste a lot of black tea in that.
And you don't like that, or you do?
No, I do. It's fine. I'm
just a distinct note.
Between these, there we are. Let me just quickly, I'm going to put 2 up there and that's it.
Okay, that's fine. It's hard work, but somebody has to do it.
If nobody did this, there would be no drinking with Craig and Roger.
Boy, what a sad world that would be.
I think so, especially for us.
Dying with Craig and Roger. We get a lot of live views. Ugh. Wow, now 2 doesn't taste as strong to me. I think I need some crackers. We are going to be choosing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. What have you done? Ugh. You deserve that.
I've had a taste of whiskey and a cleanser at the same time. And I've also surprised you.
You have definitely surprised me. You got me more than those Austin Powers teeth you put on earlier. Break them out. You ready for this, Casey? We're going to hear a good yeah, baby, yeah, with the Austin Powers teeth in.
Yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Jesus.
It doesn't stay in very well. Okay, well, here's where I am.
Okay.
I have tasted these 7 whiskeys.
I know that much.
and I like them all.
I know that much.
I really can't rate these things in order. All I can
Do
say,
your best.
all I can say is 6. I would put number 1.
God, number 6 is fantastic.
That's why I put it up.
But
there.
I think it's probably the most bourbon-like, which is maybe why we like it the best. Boy, it really has a good finish. I mean, this is a topper for me right now. Let me come back to my other 2 that I set aside.
Okay, here's more of 4.
Okay. God.
Look, I have 4. Aren't you jealous?
Man, 4 was an elimination whiskey for me. Why'd you want more of that one? It's pretty sweet. Damn, it's pretty good.
And it's got a little spicy stuff.
I'm gonna move it back up. Oh God, this is so hard. Number 2, wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Quite nice. Quite nice. Very well balanced. Number 5. Number 5 is a little more muted. Well, this has been
An interesting.
a very, very interesting tasting. You have won first place, and that is number 6, and I must concur. Since you have no other opinion, because they are all equal to you, I'm going to say that number 4 is the second place winner. And number 2 comes in third place, so congratulations to you 3. You stand out. The rest of you, no shame here. So Ellen, hit us with the stone cold truth. Here we go. Put the horse blinders on. Third place is... Third place is the most expensive with the Whistle Pig, and I was right from the get-go. I thought this might have been the Whistle Pig. It kind of, because I'd had it a number of times, and it's very distinct. But apparently not my favorite.
Not your favorite.
Our second place whiskey is... Ho ho ho! I am not terribly surprised because this is good stuff. And they make a cast strength version, a barrel proof version, which is extremely nice. Drum roll please, because Ellen, we must know, what is this number 1 pick?
Jeez. Russell's Reserve.
Oh, Russell's Reserve Rye. Wow, Wild Turkey takes it home again.
Again.
If you like what we're doing, please like the videos and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And let us know in the comments, what do you think? What's your favorite rye? What would you like to see us do in the future? Because, you know, we like a lot of different stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time with our number 1, the Russell's Reserve Rye.
There we are. Okay, there we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oy.